Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Firefighters Chalkboard. This is your host, Uncle Wayne, and tonight we have got the Black Sheep Fools on. We're still in February. We're still doing the Fools Podcast Bash. We're going to keep rolling this thing all the way into March. I don't care if we make it to July. Let's keep getting as many Fools chapters as we can on here, letting everybody keep bragging about what they got going on and all the work the Fools are doing across the country. So, tonight we have got the backwards hat guy himself, and we got Brian on here. Guys, how are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing well. Just picking fights with strangers on the internet.
Tonight, in fact.
Oh,
20 minutes ago.
All right. Well, we're going to keep it fight free for about the next 15, 20 minutes. The best we can. So, guys, take a second and tell us about the Black Sheep Fools.
Ian, you started it. Go ahead, man. I'll jump in where I can. You started it.
All right. So, Black Sheep Fools. We started our chapter in 2020. When I came back to work in Georgia in late 2018, I wanted to start this project in 2019. However, some guys that were involved with the original planning of the chapter wound up leaving and going to work elsewhere. So I had to go back to the drawing board in early 2020, right before everything came to a grinding halt. We formalized our charter with the International, and we became a chapter. And I was the founding president. With that, I had an executive board, and as soon as we started picking up steam and we started getting people involved, we wound up coming to a grinding halt where we couldn't go out in public anymore. You know, we tried to go out to Irish pubs, but with the social distancing and everything like that, we could not get enough of our membership to be able to be in the same place at the same time to have anything really positive happening. So we started picking up steam pretty quick, but the problem is as soon as we started picking up steam, COVID wound up basically locking us out. And we more or less had to go underground for a year or two. And the worst part of that was when all that happened, as soon as we were picking up steam, we lost that momentum tremendously. And it became to a point where there was only a couple of us who were trying to do the entire workload for the executive board. And, you know, we had this one guy in our chapter who he always had something to say, but he was never really around. He was that guy picking pot shots, you know, from the back row and running his mouth and saying that he wanted to be in charge, but couldn't bother to show up to any fools meetings. Well, he finally showed up to one, and I called him out over it in my kitchen because we were doing things there. And then that guy eventually wound up deciding to step up to the plate when I said I could no longer handle the responsibilities of being the president. And
oh, look, now I'm the president.
And now
who's in charge
Brian's
now.
the president.
Look who's in charge now. Nope,
And
he's not wrong.
Backwards hat guy number 2.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I did. I mean, I wasn't the best member, but then I kind of was looking for the same thing he was, like training, brotherhood, chapter. And I messaged him, was like, hey, like, what can we even do to get this back up and going? We had a couple conversations about, you know, everything. And then I eventually became the president. And then we've kind of, aside from Ian, turned over our entire e-board. He's the treasurer. The vice president is also at my department. The other 2 guys are at a place over in Chatham County. We cover a rather large area for one chapter.
Mm-hmm.
We picked up a good bit of steam here in the last year and a half, where we did at least one hot class. We've done several social events, a raffle. We got a seminar coming up in March. So it's been really cool to pick up some steam here recently. Got an e-board who actually communicates back with me, wants to do stuff, throws out ideas. I'm not just saying stuff and then no one's repeating anything back to me. Like, it's been very nice to actually get it up and going again, because it's great for the area. I always say, like, the worst kind of people you're going to find are like the ones who only stay inside their own apartment. And we've got memberships. We started collecting dues. Like, it's been a nice fundamental role. Ian has always been like a huge help in that, because I mean, founding president, and then he just helps me out wherever I need it, and it's been awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk down, and I know Brian's not talking down about him, but the guys who helped get this chapter started, life happens to all those guys, whether it's guys having kids, whether it's guys who like me when we started this chapter, I was on shift, and then all of a sudden you get hit by the Monday through Friday train and your life changes. And
Oh yeah.
you both know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a totally different job, and it's really hard to maintain that momentum when day in and day out from sun up to sundown you are doing the job and you don't have any time off to be able to really focus on building the chapters. So I'm appreciative for all those guys. Life happens. I get it.
But at the same time, the forward momentum keeps going. Even though you got the Monday through Friday, you still got forward momentum going on. You recognize that you couldn't give the effort you needed to in order to keep the department keep moving the way you wanted to keep going. So, but you got forward progression going on one way or the other. The Fools chapter is still moving forward. You're helping the department move forward, and that's what it's all about. Yes, the Fools is about training, but what else is it about? It's about brotherhood. It's about tradition. It's about taking the time to teach the younger people what does it truly mean to be a member of Fools. Where did it come from? What's the history of the fire service? There's so many different avenues that the Fools give us the ability to. And I like to tell a lot of people one thing I really love about the Fools is, yeah, you've got what, 8 different chapters in Georgia now, 8 or 9.
We
And
might be over 10 or 11 at this
Okay.
point.
But those boundaries, they're not rock solid. You can go right over and go training with somebody. You can go do stuff with somebody. It's a lot easier to jump across those boundaries than it is jurisdictional boundaries from department to department to do training things with. A lot of times, I know I can leave right now and I can go to Mississippi and go train with those guys, and they'll love to have me there, no problems whatsoever. But if somebody from a department is going to another department, sometimes there's a little bit of hesitation to let somebody in and do training. Fools gives us that avenue to be able to go anywhere and train as much as we want. Because one thing I've always seen with the Fools is it's open arms. Come in and do training with us. Come in and learn. Look at how many Fools
I
chapters there
100%
was at the
agree.
bash. That's how I met Ian. I met Ian at a Fools bash. Cold beer and
Yeah,
hot
I mean they
wings.
do one at MAVC. They do one at MAVC, and then there's a Georgia Fools Association where they host a class, and at least me and Ian are in their little group chat, and we get to talk to all the other presidents and other members who are in there, and we get invited to go to classes, get invited to teach with them. It's a great community, and I hate that I waited so long to step into it all. Like I know I can't talk bad about the original board or anybody who's been on this board because I was terrible. I was a new father and a horrible member, and did throw a couple pop shots. Occasionally I would get on the group chat and be like, "Hey, is this thing still alive? You guys remember when we had a Fools chapter?" And now I eat my own words because now I'm in the group chat going, "Hey, you guys want to meet up and do Fool stuff?"
But think of the networking capabilities that the Fools gives us. A lot of people don't truly realize. Think about if FDIC is coming up, and I'll throw that one out again. I was talking with the e-board earlier and a couple of weeks ago. Think about if you're at FDIC and you go in for the Big Fools Bash there. Think of the networking capabilities you got just from the Fools members and stuff up under that tent from all across the country, people to go meet and network with and training abilities and everything else. It's endless.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you, the Fools changed my life. Black Sheep isn't my first chapter. I came from the Queen City chapter. Queen City is located in Cincinnati, Ohio. The president, or at least he was the president last I talked with him, Charles Reefley, is a lieutenant for City of Cincinnati. He helped me get our chapter up and running, laying the groundwork as far as that goes, and having friends in in the Fools, having friends all over the country, it's a phenomenal network and can really help spread the love of the job, because so many of us feel like we're on this little island, that we're alienated, that our passion for the craft, it puts a target on our back because we're unapologetically passionate. And with that, Fools gives us the outlet to be surrounded by people who legitimately care. And sure, we may not always agree on everything, but that's human nature. But we're surrounding ourselves with people who are more like-minded, a place where we can let our guard down and we can invest in each other, and don't necessarily care that, maybe this looks like some fire fag shit or whatever. Like, we're out here trying to make each other better. We're trying to build each other up, not tear each other down, and just make a better job for the public.
Absolutely. And one thing that we were having conversations at the other day is the drama and the politics really aren't there anytime you're dealing with a lot of the fool stuff. And I was talking to another chapter about that, and think about and I mean, don't get me wrong, I know all of us love what we do. If we didn't, we wouldn't be there, because it's not for the money, doing what we do and dealing what we deal with a lot of times. But the drama's not there. And we don't have to worry about politics and everything else that has to come with it. Yeah, there's a little bit of e-board stuff you got to worry about sometimes, but it's nothing like the drawn out politics we have to worry about from our job. When you get around the Fools chapters and you're going and doing training or the micro conferences and things like that, it's just about being around a bunch of like-minded individuals that really love the job, that really love doing what we do. And it gives us a fast little recharge. It gives us, re-spark the batteries so we're ready to go back and try it again.
Absolutely. I agree. I mean, it's especially like where Ian is, there's, I don't know how many departments are actually in Chatham County, but there's far too many, and we blend it all in, and it's not, oh, well, Fuller's better than Garden City. Garden City's better than Port Wentworth. Or in my situation, like, I'm in a county with a city. There's no button heads when we get there. We're all just fools. We're all training, trying to get better, do what we do for the love of the job, instead of, well, my department does it this way. It's, let's try it this way, or let's try it that way, because it's not political. It's fire service. We're only there for the fire service. We're not there because our department's making us be there. Especially the Fools. None of us are being paid to be at the Fools. None of us are making money off of it. It's just for the love of, let's get better and train. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing right?
Yeah.
Definitely haven't made any money off the Fools. I've lost a lot of money in this endeavor.
I was talking to some guys the other day that they said they were the number one T-shirt sellers of the Fools across the country. They were throwing out. They said, I don't know. I told them I still didn't have a T-shirt yet. They were bragging about selling T-shirts, but I told them I didn't have one. They told me, well, when I come to the international conference, I can get one. I guess they were trying to go fishing and see if I'd bite.
So, yeah, that's all the stuff we're trying to get off the ground sometimes is T-shirt, which I think we just bought a bunch of T-shirts to sell.
We do. We can't spend any more money right now. You are done spending money.
Well, before this is over with, we're going to get some plugs in so people can find out where to buy these T-shirts from, so we can try to get you guys some T-shirts sold and everything else. We're going to try to see what we can do to help bump the economy in Georgia there a little bit.
That sounds like a good idea. The treasurer has spoken.
Yeah. My treasurer does keep telling me that we're running out of money sometimes.
The checkbook man said sell some shirts.
Yeah. Sell some shirts, sell some other stuff.
There you
go. We just did a whole raffle.
I seen that. You guys just did a AR-15 and a AK-47, right?
We did. Yep. One of our other board members, what is Jake?
Public
our
relations.
Trustee, yeah, public relations chair, bought 2 guns out of his own pocket and we raffled them off, made a good profit towards our seminar coming up. So that was nice. We went Facebook Live on it. Funny enough, one of the winners was like from his department. The other one was from my department.
Cool deal. So you were talking about the seminar you got coming up. So let's go ahead and throw some big shout outs for that, because you guys are knocking it out of the park. So it's the 912 Firemanship Seminar. It's hosted by the Black Sheep Fools. It's going to be March the 21st from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Listen up for the address, guys. It's going to be 175 Bourne Avenue in Pooler, Georgia. Zip code's 31322. It's called the Mighty 8th Air Force Museum. We're going to have, so who we got going on? I'll let you guys tell it.
So we got Kyle Romagus and Smooth War Cartel and Logan Broberg of Rogue Firemanship. Kyle's coming in and doing, blanked real quick. Nozzle Forward? No.
No. Cruel Intentions.
No, Cruel Intentions. Apologize. Yeah, Cruel Intentions. And Logan's coming in and doing an SCBA confidence class. Just a lecture over it.
Deep Survival.
Say again.
Deep Survival is the class that he's going over. Don't have the specifics on it. Just knowing Broberg and know how he trains when it comes to physical mental resiliency. That it's going to be, it'll be good. If you don't know Logan from Rogue Firemanship, he is one of the founding members of the Crucible. Let's see, he's heavily involved in teaching at OBT. He's a graduate of Flames, GSD, Georgia Spartan. The dude's an absolute animal. I've used him for coaching personally, and he is a phenomenal individual, phenomenal instructor. And if you don't know who he is, definitely recommend that you come in, take the time, and check him out because he is a guy that I look up to, and I definitely look up to the Texas Grizzly Bear as well. Kyle Romagus, phenomenal individual. So really, we have a good lineup when it comes to engine company operations, as well as Logan's assigned to a truck company in Kissimmee, Florida. Talking about everything that he's going to talk about, you really won't be able to go wrong that day. I will say that not only is the ticket sales going to help the Black Sheep Fools. We are taking $5 of every ticket that we sell to this class, and we are turning around and giving it back to the Mighty Eighth. The Mighty Eighth Air Force Museum, which is located in Pooler, is a phenomenal museum which is dedicated to preserving not only Air Force history, World War II history, and American history on top of that. So they're an excellent organization. They've done right by not only the organization that I work for full time, they've done right by Black Sheep Fools as well. So if you're there and we get a little bit of extra time, maybe come in a day early, get a chance to go through the museum, see the exhibits, and support a great cause, because they're a phenomenal entity to work with.
Cool deal. So guys, the tickets are going to be $25 a piece. And like Ian was just saying, $5 from every ticket's going back to the museum to help the museum out. I'll be the first one to say that's a bargain to sit down and listen to the guys that are going to be presenting that day. I mean, it truly is. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, my calendar's cleared. I might have to show up for that one. Doing a whole lot of thinking on that. So what else you guys got coming up on top of that?
Right now, nothing super set in stone. This is our big thing right now, trying to work towards it. But my wallet guy just told me that we need money. So we'll have some more like just chapter socials, and then I will always be up at the Fools Bash and at MAFC. But outside of that, we don't have anything big planned.
Okay. So
no, I think that we're using this to kind of set the groundwork, kind of test the waters and see where we're at. And I'll admit we are priced at a bargain for this class, and we wanted to do that, one, because we want people to come, we want people to be there, we want it to be something that's achievable. But I'll be honest, we are losing money on this venture, and I won't speak for the other members of the e-board. I'm willing to spend some money in hopes that later on we can turn that blessing around and be able to do something bigger and better and be able to reinvest into the chapter. And we're not here to make money, but if this can help recoup some of that, set us up for success moving into the future, I consider it a loss investment that is well wagered.
Absolutely. I mean, you're planting a tree that one day somebody else can sit under the shade of. I mean, exactly what you're doing. And when I said it was a deal, I'm saying it to try to tell everybody listening, you need to come here and get tickets. We need to pack this place. I mean, we need speakers outside so people that can't get inside can at least listen to what these guys are going to be saying. We need to pack it that full. But yeah, just like you said, the museum's opening the doors for you guys. They've done right by the Fools chapter, by your department, and everything else. The more tickets you get selling, the more it helps the museum out in the same. So it's a win-win. And then that way, you've always got a home to be able to do more training facility, more trainings, things like that, and kind of build that relationship. It's good stuff. So let's talk about selling some T-shirts. I told you we're gonna sell some. You already got one sold already. I'll get the contact info whenever we get off of this recording. But so how can people get a hold of you guys to get some T-shirts?
Currently,
I
right
need to
now,
get back on that.
yeah, we're gonna have to get back to you because we keep it on our public Facebook page. It's just Black Sheep Fools on Facebook. That's where we post everything for. That's just where we post everything for our public view.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale there. When we do post for public T-shirt sales, they'll be on there as well. It's how you can look in to join our chapter if you're in our area. And then also just through word of mouth with members and anybody else that you see.
Okay. That's understandable. So, guys, check out the Black Sheep Fools Facebook page. I will give the email. Is that okay? You good with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, contact info as far as email is blacksheepfools@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get a hold of either Brian or Ian. One of the guys from the e-board will be getting back in contact with you if you're trying to find out anything, whatever. I'm telling you, you guys and the rest of the chapters around Georgia, you got your foot on the gas. I know you had a little bit of a problem with COVID going on. Everybody did, as far as being able to try to be socially distant or whatever else. But those days are long gone. It's put on the gas, and everybody's growing and doing as much as they can do. And bravo. Have you guys got anything else you want to throw out to the world real quick?
I
Don't mean to
buy
put
your
you-
ticket to the conference.
There you go.
Buy your
at the
ticket,
conference.
come out. I mean, it is really two great speakers, and trying to get something kicked off in this area that's been lacking a little bit in the past. For having so many career fire departments and so many fire departments in general, we haven't had that much go on in our area. So hopefully, this is a starting point for a great future in having some really good training down in South Georgia in the Savannah area. So,
Absolutely. Everybody get on the Facebook, Black Sheep Fools. If you go to scrolling down their content, you see the flyer about the 912 firemanship seminar coming up. And the very top of it, it's actually got the link to click on from Eventbrite, so you can go ahead and get your tickets and stuff. Or if you need any more information, send that email, blacksheepfools@gmail.com. Somebody will get back up with you. Guys, thanks for coming on tonight. Thanks for sharing what's going on with the Black Sheep Fools and everything you guys have got going on. Everybody just listening, thanks for joining in again. If you've got anybody you want me to have on here, send me a DM, send me a message. Make sure you like, subscribe. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, and we're always constantly on Facebook. So until next time, stay safe, keep learning, and we'll see you the next time somebody steps up to the chalkboard.